Hi, I'm Victoria and this is Mark and we're from Midnight Tornado Music News and Events, and we're currently upstairs stroke backstage at Hangar 18 music venue in Swansea with two of the guys from Scarlet Rebels.
Hello.
We have Wayne and Chris.
And Chris.
Yeah.
I think that one.
Just only for a second. So very, very warm welcome to Swansea.
Thank you very much.
Although I do understand you've been here for most of the day anyway.
Yep.
Because we had a lovely acoustic performance in Derek's earlier on,
Yeah.
which went really well. Lots of fans turned up, lots of signings, which was
Yeah,
really nice.
it was a bit. When you get asked to do it, it's like 3 o'clock on a Friday. You know, is anybody going to be there? But the turnout was mind-blowing. To be honest, it was crazy. So it was nice. It was really nice. It was really nice boost on the day of the launch and stuff. So yeah, good stuff.
It went really well, I
Yeah.
thought. So just to explain a little bit about why we're here, today is the album launch of Scarlet Rebels' second album, See Through Blue, which has been fairly long awaited, and originally all of us at Midnight Tornado had a big plan for a huge event, big party. We had a competition, we had support bands, we had everything nailed down, and it was going to be the party of the century until Mr. Drakeford put the stop tap on it. So we knew we couldn't go ahead and do what we wanted to do, but not to be defeated, the Rebels very kindly decided to come and treat us to a very intimate, small live performance of the album tonight for, I think, about 30 of us, isn't it? At Hangar 18, who very generously allowed us to have the venue for free, and we're very much looking forward to seeing them perform. And for those of us that can't be here, we're going to live stream it as well. So anyone can be watching on Facebook or YouTube or any of the usual streaming platforms. The tour itself unfortunately had to be postponed, but we still have a date on that tour and we're still going to have our big party.
We are. Date coming really soon.
Absolutely. We'll
Gonna be
announce the
awesome.
date as soon as we can. So,
Okay.
to you.
Well, first of all, happy release day, guys.
Thank you very much.
Like Victoria said, it seems like it's been ages, and we've all been
Yeah.
busting with excitement, and waking up this morning, and yeah, it's release day. So, and even in light of everything, we are still gonna have a party tonight, and
Can't believe how fast it's coming out, to be honest.
I know.
Okay, it was about 2 years ago we recorded the album, which is, you think 2 years ago? Because obviously COVID.
Oh, sorry.
It's gone like that.
Nuts. And then
Yeah.
when it came, we had one of the banners made, and it said 31 days. I was like, oh, we got a month.
Oh yeah, I remember
And then
that.
all of a sudden, like, one day, it's like, what happened to the
Yeah.
month? It's just, here it is.
Yeah, we got
Out in
there.
the flesh for everybody to see and.
I think that's been the whole. It's come really quick, but then it's been really slow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
It's been weird.
Yeah.
Well, we would have obviously been gigging as well, so it probably felt really long to us because we would have been doing this, that, and the other.
The bits when you were out,
Of course, so
having
it
happened,
probably
so
would
there's
have
been a lot of being in, thinking
flown
about
by
the
if
launch.
we've been doing other things, you know?
Yeah,
But
no, I
because
know what
we
you mean.
haven't been able to so much. It's definitely more of a weight, but now it's just like what happened to the campaign.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's gone quick.
You know?
It's been long as well.
It's really strange.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been full of excitement all day. It's out, we're here. What we were going to ask first, obviously, you mentioned the last 2 years, obviously, have been quite crazy. There's just been so much going on in the world, and anyone who listens to See Through Blue will pick up that there's obviously a very prominent theme on the album, and it's to do with what's going on in the world a lot. We were going to ask sort of, what was your inspiration to go with that? This is sort of like your biggest album and project you've worked on. You've based it on that, including the album title as well. We were going to ask you, because we all know pretty much what the album is about now, but what inspired you to think that something as big as album number 2 is going to be to do with this subject and so heavily inspired?
Well, I think when sitting down to write the songs and stuff, we were contracted to record an album and deliver an album to our old label by the end of 2020 we started, wasn't it? So we were obviously, everybody was locked down in 2020. It went from March till August time, whatever it was. Restrictions kind of lifted, and then
Straight after Rising Tour.
and then
Like a week after we put you on,
Thinking about the Rising Tour.
we did that show with you, and a week later, none of us were allowed to do shows again for ages.
Yeah, and all that. It was just what I was seeing every day and what was going on every day, and then just being the fact that the songs had to be written in a short space of time, pretty much. So those messages and those things were all subliminal and and intentional, I think, and just all seeped into the writing of the lyrics and stuff all the way through the album. So I think it just would have been, for me personally, I just didn't, we weren't wasn't in a space to write lyrics about things like alcohol and fast cars and rock and roll and stuff. It was just about what we were seeing,
What was actually going on,
and I just think it captured the time, nicely. But I think if anything, it almost sounds as if the album was recorded last week, because of everything that's happening, with the government and with all the truth coming out, or all the stuff coming out about all the parties and all that stuff that's happened recently. It's almost as if we had a crystal ball, looked into it, and went.
Yeah, no.
It's
when you listen to the album now, you're right.
Yeah.
What you were writing about perhaps 2 years ago is just so applicable to today.
Yeah. So what I picked up on, and some of the things that I was seeing, and it was my opinion, this is what it is. I kind of, it's turned out to be true. And yeah, so the See-Through Blue thing is just about, it was a dig at the Tory government. And obviously they're blue, and for me it was just like everything that was happening. It's just everything is so transparently absolute nonsense. You know what I mean? The stuff that's coming out.
Yeah.
It's just so transparent that
You
people
can see right through it.
Yeah, you can just see right through it. So
See-Through Blue.
yeah, so that's what it was. Yeah. And I think there's part of me that, because I kind of was like, oh, maybe we can call it the See-Through Blues. So that in my mind I knew what it was about, but it wasn't as pointed. We could say, well, the blues is of genre of music, etc. And then when we started talking to Eric about they wanted to release the album and stuff, they were like, nah, let's just do what it's intended. It is a pointed album, and let's just go for it. And
Yeah.
I think 100% it was the right call. And it's like I said, it's just I think in 5, 6, 10 years time, perhaps people can look back in it and go, do you know what, that summed up.
It's really relevant.
Yeah.
We'll look back in it and think like, oh, Rebels released this album, think of tonight, the gig and the fun we had, but also look back in it and think, God, when they did release that, it was just,
Yeah.
It's a piece of history.
what was going on?
Yeah,
It's
it's just
history,
it captures a piece of
It
time.
does.
It does, yeah.
Social commentary of the here and now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think the way that we have to write and record everything was different, because we were working in silo pretty much. Chris had songs that he'd written, and he'd go into the recording studio and lay his songs down, and then I'd take those tracks away and then listen to what it was and come up with melodies and lyrics for it, and then Josh did the same with a few of his, and I did the same with mine, and it was all new to everybody. So then we were working on the fly pretty much. Chris was having to come up with guitar riffs and stuff and ideas on the spot, the same as Gary did with his drums, and Wayne with his bass, and Josh and stuff, and yeah, so it just captures the time that we've lived the last 2 years. I'm not going to say perfectly, but from my point of view,
it's done it well.
It's captured what
it
we
really has.
what we're living through. So, and I think that again is borne out by the responses had today. A lot of people have been like, "Wow, this literally could have been recorded yesterday," type of thing.
Yeah.
And then that's really sad, because things haven't moved on. You know what I mean? We've been stuck in this thing for 2 years now, and it's because like I said, we started work on it in September, October 2020. That's all.
August, I think.
Yeah, August. Yeah, so it's like 18 months ago.
We wouldn't have thought we would still be in this position.
No, exactly.
At this point.
It's just crazy the fact the album, but it probably came out last year, I assume at some point, but
Yeah.
the fact is, on the day of the restrictions lifted in Wales, it's quite funny really.
You can write the
It's a kick in
script.
teeth, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
I think we all got told officially the tour just wasn't going to happen in January. Then 48 hours later, you know, we saw in Wales, but of course the wheels were already in motion to do something else. So, I mean, the good thing is it's still going to happen. And
At least we got something in it. At least
Tonight,
it's
yeah, I
something,
mean,
you know.
And
everybody's
Brilliant
really
night.
excited about tonight.
Yeah.
And maybe
You guys have
tonight
made a
is
brilliant night of it.
something that you wouldn't have done otherwise.
Well, no,
So,
and I
you
think
know,
what we've
let's
done
give it a
is,
bonus.
you know, there are people that have really come into back for us, you know, when
Yeah.
things have been tough, like Mark and Gary and Kelly and, you know, a lot of other people, and we've just had the opportunity to say, do you know what, we're doing a little gathering. The guys at Hangar 18, Matt has been a big supporter of ours since, you know, we rebranded. So he's given us this venue for free, you know. So we've invited a few people along, and it's just our way of, because there isn't anything you can do, you know. The only thing you can do is just say thank you and offer these little insights into things, and so it's important that we get the chance to do that, and I'm really happy that we have, so that we can do like tonight and just launch it and just say as a thank you to people who have supported us, and then when the new day comes around, everybody will be more familiar with the album, and it can be more of an event, as in,
Yeah,
you know.
like tonight more of an occasion.
Yes.
The next one will be more the event.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's all looking good. And been a cool launch day so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. There were phones and literally
Yes.
they're on the charge.
Yes.
It was just like a bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh, I
Well,
can't.
pretty much every time I've checked my social media since about 8 this morning, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, literally every time I've checked, it's just been a load of posts all about Rebels, See Through Blue.
Yeah.
So I mean, the impact
The
that we
support
wanted,
we've had is-
which was for it to just be blasted all day long, appears to it's worked.
No, it's the support we've had is just.
It really has
I've
worked.
got you guys to thank for that. It's just, it
It's
really,
well deserved.
really means the world to us.
Well
Yeah,
deserved.
it does, yeah.
But the whole from the start, like you were with us from the start, from even Void days, right? So
I
it's
remember
just,
Void.
You know, it's
Yeah.
it's a dream come true, really.
Yeah.
When you think about it.
It is. It's
brilliant.
It's my and
It's great for us all seeing as well,
Oh, well,
you know.
yeah.
We all want,
You've
we all
watched us
love the
progress
voice because
over
we
time
just thought
and
you were a
things,
cool
you know.
band, but now you're at this stage, it's like, wow, yeah, this is amazing. Nothing better seeing a band from there go to where you are now, and
Yeah.
you know, the next week ahead. It's awesome, man.
It's exciting. It's really nervous because
Yeah, I was gonna say-
even though it's like it's well, in the grand old scheme of things, you know, to the majority of the people and the country, just doesn't mean anything if a little band from Clechley with a chart in the UK top 40, but to us it means literally
Yeah,
It's
everything.
huge.
It was
For a band
legitimise-
as well,
yeah.
it's just like. Unless you
Well,
set
it is
a new
history as
record or
well.
something,
Yeah.
but, you know.
People will look back at some point in many years and say, oh, have a band ever done it? Someone from Clechley is going to have a look at that in many years to come. Have a band ever done it? There
Is there
was
anyone from Connecticut?
No,
No one talk.
if it happens, we would be the first
absolute
band.
history.
So like it would be history, yeah. And that is the thing. It's like it's just. I mean, for me, it's obviously, you know, it's just pretty much like 25 years of a career just being forced into a week where we've got to
Yeah.
go full tilt at things just to make this
Huge week.
Comes
Comes
out
out
to
to
dream happen.
1 week.
Does.
Just to push,
Does.
push, push. So we're gonna annoy you a bit more, yeah.
Oh, we're going to keep pushing, don't worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We've not stopped. It's release day, but we've still got. What is it? What is it actually, guys? Good question. When do we all keep going nuts with the streaming and the buying? Is it something like midnight on Wednesday or
Thursday.
Thursday midday?
It cuts off Thursday.
Thursday
midnight.
midnight.
Thursday, yeah, we got plenty
Friday
of time.
morning if you want to call it.
I get you.
Yeah, so I mean, you know, we're going to Birmingham tomorrow. We got an electric set in HMV in Birmingham, and then we're going to Leeds on Sunday to do a strip back set in Crash Records in Leeds, and then we'll go to Manchester to do HMV, and then down to London to do Banquet Records in Kingston. So we've got a few days there. Hopefully, you know, we get to see people from all over the country and stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to ship a few more units, and then come Thursday, we're just going to hibernate, I think.
Yeah.
It's
It'll be all
been-
over.
It's
If you don't
been-
hear from
Wow.
us, you know it's gone wrong.
It's been intense.
I don't know about sleep. I mean, I heard you were going to cycle the whole of Wales.
On Thursday? Yeah, Thursday.
I'm
but
on
Thursday
Thursday, yeah.
after midnight.
Yeah, there was a rumour going around.
Well, we're not cycling the Wales, we're doing a virtual cycle.
The distance of Wales.
The distance of Wales. So what we're doing is obviously we've been doing the food bank collections, and we're going to try and raise some money for Trustworth Trust to do the food bank collections and stuff. So yeah, so what we're doing is we're going to be starting at 5 o'clock, and we're going to be doing a live sponsored cycle, which is, what's the word? We're not really doing it like virtual. I've said it already, haven't I?
Yes.
And we're doing it it's actually going to be done in my living room because we couldn't think of anything else to do. So what I'm really looking forward to is Friday morning, and everybody's gone, and I walk into my living room and can smell five nice men like that have been sweating all over my house.
Like they've just cycled the distance of Wales.
Yeah.
You think the van is bad?
I know. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So if you guys are putting yourself through that, how do people give to that then? Can you remind us?
There's a Just Giving page on our Facebook, so I can't remember the link. I think it's
basically
justgiving.com/Scarlet Rebels cycle, I think it is.
Head to the Rebels socials during the week as soon as possible and see your link. Get on there on Thursday, support the guys.
5 o'clock, yeah, so I mean it's literally going to be, you're going to see us in a way that you've never seen us. Apparently Pricey has got something lined up which he reckons
Now
we're all
there's
going
an
to go
offer you can't
mad
turn
about.
down.
It might scare us, I think.
Yeah, so
I think there's a link on your website as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
Where you can donate for
Yeah.
food banks. And
Amazing. I mean that was a question
Lots of ways
I was
to
going to
chip in.
ask. You know, obviously the food bank thing. No, it's amazing what you're doing. I was going to ask sort of what put you up to that. I mean, I know it's obvious, really, wanting to help people, having a want to help, but I just wondered what made you sort of make that decision. We're going to do it. We're going to start getting people, if they will, to bring food to our shows.
I mean the first thing to acknowledge is that all we are is like a lightning rod for. I mean the rock community is the most diverse and open community anyway, I think. So all we've done is become a lightning rod for it. So the whole point of it was we obviously launched the album See Through Blue. There's a picture of Boris Johnson in front being depicted as a demon, casting off the shadow of a demon, and we just kind of went or tried to go 2-footed in on him and just be mean about him and say that we think he's rubbish, and it just didn't pick up any traction. Nobody really. So we just thought, you know what, rather than be negative, let's flip it on his head. I'd written a lyric in one of my songs about how Boris Johnson didn't, when they told the government refused to feed the children that were meant to be in school, that couldn't go to school, that had free school meals and stuff. And they rejected that, and then Marcus Rashford came out and said, hey, what's going on, and then they backtracked. So we just thought, because of that, let's float the idea of going, look, we're going to do a food bank donation in Cardiff with a gig that you put on.
Yeah, it was the Cardiff Live launch. wasn't it?
Yeah. So
the amount of food then.
yeah.
Yeah, we saw it just a few days before. We're like, oh wow, so the gig's going to be for like tins and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
But people would send in
didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
Thought it's an amazing idea, but didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
So it really took off.
Yeah, so people had sent like Deliveroos, you know, so we were like do one stage, and then I had
Did they?
somebody come, yeah, I
We got food here.
Yeah.
I did not know
Yeah.
that.
There is
The bar
tins
stuff.
of beans as well.
Rob and stuff was sending
Didn't
the bar
bring
stuff,
it, just
yeah.
one delivery.
Yeah.
Came in.
Amazing.
There's about 6 or 7 people that donated via Deliveroo, so, and in the end, it was a good job Chris drove up on his own, because we couldn't get everybody in the van on the way back, the food was so much.
There was that much food.
I know.
So
Yeah,
that
but
was-
That's the gear. I was just like,
yeah.
there was loads. I remember your merch table just been here, and then the biggest stack of food to the side of it.
And then,
Wow.
And then we kind of thought, well, you know what, we're not going to be able to cope with this when we're going around the country, so what we started doing was messaging food banks in the areas we were playing to say, you know, we're doing a food bank donation, can you come to the gig and pick it up before we start? So that's what we've been doing, you know, and also I thought it's not a great look if we're going, hey, we're doing food bank donations and then stashing all the food to take back to Wales when we're in, you know, London or whatever else,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah.
Looks like you're only sort of supporting your own, and then they're coming out in other places to support you. But no, the way you're doing it, you know, you're supporting everyone. Then.
Yeah, like I said, we just become a lightning rod for other people's generosity. Really, all it is us just doing, you know, we're just, like I said, we're just facilitating it, you know. And I think a lot of people will be coming to a gig, perhaps not passing a food bank or just not even considering it as part of the day, perhaps because they got a lot, people got busy lives and stuff. So we just thought, well, come to a gig and just bring something and we'll do it for you. And
that's awesome,
pretty much
guys.
what was happening. Yeah,
It's taken off, hasn't it?
yeah,
I was
it
about to
has,
say
yeah.
that it has taken off.
I mean,
It's
like
even more awesome.
we didn't say tonight, but there's people donating food for
Nice.
us tonight, and we didn't ask anybody
That
to do it.
hasn't
But
even been advertised, is it?
No,
That's
and
out there.
I think people are going to be bringing them to the in-stores. They're like, oh, I'm going to be bringing food. And I'm like, oh, we're so busy, but okay, fine, we'll manage
It's
it.
become synonymous
Yeah,
with
it
you
has,
guys
yeah,
now, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
But,
Let's go see the Rebels and we'll bring something along to help other people,
Yeah.
which is fantastic.
I haven't been shopping for 6 months. I'm joking.
He's nicked all the Jaffa cakes and custards.
We can just edit that bit out.
Yeah, no, I'm joking. That's a lie. I'm telling the fib. I have been shopping.
More Jaffa cakes and custards.
So,
Final thing, guys, I was just going to say, it's just like, how's it feel then? Now it's done, it's launched.
Surreal.
Surreal. Still can't
Here
quite
it
believe
is. It's next week. We're putting 110% into next
Yeah,
week.
even though it's launch day is
It's launch day
today,
and
and today's exciting.
Another one.
Yeah.
Next
I
week.
feel
it's only the
yeah.
quite
beginning
excited,
of
it's
the
like the
whole
work's
thing,
not
isn't
done
it?
yet.
No, it's not. It's because it's
And
not.
like the
We've got
launch,
half the story.
yeah. I know, kind of know what you feel like, because
Next
even though the
week is
launch is today, we're all excited for you guys that you've launched your album now, but
There's another.
you've been able to buy it for ages, and it's about what happens next week. But
Next Friday is the key. Because if it bombs, then.
You'll never see us again.
Yeah, that's it. End of. I'll be.
You'll be going to food bank, won't you?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
It's not
there'll be
very long.
an even more urgent appeal
If you
for.
cook in a gourmet bowl.
Anyway, we
No,
got
guys,
people
should be
going,
fine.
so-
Yeah. Very,
You
very
do.
quickly, because I know you're due on stage any second now, what tracks are you most looking forward to playing this evening? What are
Tonight?
you most fun to play?
Well, basically tonight is going to be the debut of several tracks. So I'm looking forward to playing. I Can Sleep Now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you love that, don't you?
Yeah, that's my favourite song.
Well, that's
my
growing
favourite
on
song.
me. The more we play it and stuff, it's growing on me. But for me, it's probably going to be Take It. I love my rock and roll and stuff, and that's one that's just like
I'm looking forward to hearing
really want to play that one really bad.
that
So
one.
if I butcher it, I'm sorry.
I'm alive.
No, no,
Yeah.
Guys,
that's-
you
that's
can
gonna
play
be,
it.
a full
The
play.
stage is set.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah,
You're
thank you
welcome.
very much.
No, thank you, guys.
On behalf of everyone, I mean, we just appreciate everything.
You're welcome.
The efforts, especially for tonight and everything. We can't thank you guys enough though.
No, thank you for supporting me so long. Thank you.
Let's go and enjoy the show.
Let's do it!